Hello friends, Ace Botane next episode. In this episode, we'll be discussing about plant kingdom second part. And what all things we'll be discussing, for that I will share the screen, it will be convenient for you. I think screen A. So we can proceed. In this episode, we'll be doing Bryophytes, Pteridophytes, then question, 5 theory, 5 NEET model, and there is an introduction in the beginning. And as we enter into introduction, we can find Bryophyte, Pteridophyte, their features, life cycle, economic aspect, and questions. Because plant kingdom is an important chapter for theory and runs. It is a classical topic still, theoretical chapter. Now we can start with the bryophyte. See, study of bryophyte, it is called bryology. The term bryology came from Greek. Bryon means moss. And father of Indian bryology is Professor Shivaram Kashyap, S.R. Kashyap. Born in 1882, passed away in 1934. He wrote a famous book. Name of the book I written here, that is Liverworts of Western Himalayas and Punjab Plain, published in 1929. Even though it is not in NCERT, there was a previous question for NEET exam. Which area in India refers to be gold mines of liverworts? It is Western Himalaya, because from this heading, they put the question. That is why I put there, even though not in NCERT. Now, what are the characters of this bryophyte? See, they are true amphibians of plant kingdom. Embryophyte starts, embryo, that starts from bryophyte in plant kingdom. Archegoniate begins again in plant kingdom. No vasculature, no xylem phloem. Normally no heterospory. That is the rule. But once a question came, there is an exceptional species in Markantia polymorpha, that show heterospory. So normally no heterospory in bryophyte. That will be the answer. Only one exception is Markantia polymorpha. So no heterospory, generally speaking, in bryophyte. Heterospory starts from pteridophyte. Main plant body is gametophyte. It is haploid, N. And normally bryophytes are shade-loving plants. That is called scheophytes. Small plants, no true root, stem, leaves. Plants are more differentiated than algae. Sex organs are multicellular and jacketed. Jacket will be sterile. I think up to that, it is clear to all of you. Now, next is sexual reproduction. It is oogamous type, sex organs as usual, antheridium, archegonium. And first way you can find 4 bryophytes. These 2 are Markantium, Funaria, Sphagnum, NCERT diagram, identification question. Characters will be studying later as we proceed. Now we can proceed to second page. Hoping it is clear, first page. So when we start with the second page, we can find rhizoids. But remember, rhizoids can be unicellular or can be multicellular depending on the type of bryophytes. Main plant body, I already told you, haploid, and it is gametophyte, gamete producing body. That is the meaning of the term gametophyte. Phyte means body or plant body. Phytology, study of botany. Plants. Botany can, by the way, is called phytology. From antheridium, male gametes. Male gametes will be biflagellate. From archegonium, a single egg. Since it is biflagellate, water is a must, true amphibian. So with the help of water, anthrozoids or male gamete or sperm reaches egg, fuses and produces diploid egg, 2N. Now it becomes 2N. We can even call it as sporophyte. Sporophyte depends on photosynthetic gametophyte in bryophyte. That means gametophyte is independent in bryophyte. Sporophyte depends on bryophyte and derives nourishment or nutrition from gametophyte. Zygote normally will not undergo reduction division immediately. They develop into a structure called sporophyte. Sporophyte means diploid itself. Some of the cells in sporophyte undergo meiosis to produce haploid spores. Spores develop into gametophyte. This is a line given in NCERT, page number 2829, reprint edition, March 24. I think up to that it is clear. Haploid gametophyte alternates with the diploid sporophyte regularly. That is an event in plant side. This is called alternation of generation, N to N, N to N, this way. In lower plants, gametophytic generation is dominant, while higher plants, sporophytic generation is dominant. So you may ask which are lower plants or lower groups. Lower plants here means algae bryophyte. Higher plants here means Pteridophyte, Gymnosperm and Angiosperm. Now, these are the sex organs shown. See, this is a typical antheridium. You can find there, where a sullen apical part, which consists of a jacket. Everything marked there. This is the diagram not in NCERT still, so it'll be easy for you. So jacket will be there. It will be sterile. Jacketed sex organ. Then sullen body. Tip you can find openings that is called capsule. Here it is marked. Then here are the androcytes. That also you can find. That is regarding an antheridium. And this is male gamete, which is biflagellate. Now comes archegonium, female side, where it is a flask-shaped structure, a sullen bottom, and a neck-like area, and some cover cell. Everything marked there. The sullen part is called venter. There we can find venter canal cell, which is called VCC. There is a single oosphere or egg haploid. Then above it, we can find a long structure called neck canal cell, NCC. That will be normally sterile, average 6 to 10 in number, and tip you can find cover cell. Just here capsule, here it is cover cell. That is archegonium, even though in NCERT diagrams were not there. So it will be easy for you. I think it is clear, so we can proceed to third page. Classification of bryophytes. Bryophytes basically classified into three: Hepaticopsida, Anthocerotopsida, Bryopsida, or Bryidae. That way the classification comes. Hepaticopsida mainly includes liverworts, Anthocerotopsida hornworts, and Bryidae means, or Bryopsida means, mosses and musci, advanced bryophyte. Then musci means another name for Bryidae or mosses. Now, liverworts example is Rixia and Markantia. Hornworts, now diagram NCERT, Anthoceros and Notothyllus. Mosses, otherwise called musci. Bryidae, Sphagnum, Funaria, and Polytricha, most advanced bryophyte. So we'll be starting with the liverworts. That is the primitive group. Here we can find NCERT diagram. Markantia, Funaria, Sphagnum. I think it is clear. Now we can proceed with the liverworts. Why or how the name liverworts came? It is due to resemblance with the shape of liver, lobed structure. And where this liverworts lives, habitat, moist, shady areas, that is why they are called sciophytes. And their body habit usually have a thalloid body. Thallus is dorsiventral and closely uppressed to the substratum. In leafy members like Porella, that itself is a question. Porella have small leaf-like appendages arranged in 2 rows on stem-like structure. That is regarding liverworts introduction, habitat and habit. Now we have to proceed with the asexual reproduction. See, fragmentation is the common method. Another specialized structure is called gemme. Gemme is important. What are the features of gemme? It is green in color. It is multicellular. It is asexual. It is buds. Gemme develops in small receptacle called gemme cups on the plant body itself. When gemme matures, it gets detached from the parent body, forms new individual. I've shown the diagram here, so it will be clear to you. All this you can find. This will be the plant body. This is NCERT diagram, gemme cup. This is another one. This is another one. Now, a single gemme can produce 1 or 2 clonal plants. In Markantia, normally it is 2. So from a gemme in Markantia, normally 2 plants will be rising. This will be a gemma cup. Single gemma. Then notch is there. This way it looks like. I think it is clear. So we can proceed to next page. Since it is theoretical chapter, a lot of things we have to explain. Sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, male and female sex organs are produced on different thalli or on same thalli. Same thalli, that is, example is Rixia, or different thalli in Markantia, monoecious and dioecious. You can also find stalk receptacle. This is stalk. Will be present in Markantia sex organ, stalk-like area. In antheridium, it is called anthridiophore. In archegonium, it is called archegoniophore. PHORE, 4 means stalk, while pore, PORE, means an opening. Wherever 4 comes, it is stalk. I think that is clear. Now diagram, NCERT, labeling question. Anthridiophore arises at the apical notch. From the diagram, it is clear. Apical notch, 1 to 3 centimeter long stalk, 8 lobe here. That aspect not mentioned in NCERT, but diagram is there. 8-lobe peltate disc at its apex, connected with the anthrodiophore. Now, archegoniophore, same manner. It is having 8 to 11, this one. Finger-like rays, also known as digitatory rays. So that two aspects not mentioned in NCERT, remaining all NCERT, including diagram, labeling, etc. Markansha male thallus, female thallus. Now, biflagellate male gamete reaches female gamete. Fusion takes place. Zygote will be diploid, that is to and form, and that will proceed. Zygote develops into embryo, embryo into sporophyte. Now, sporophyte differentiated into Footsita capsule. Spore mother cell undergo meiosis to form spores. Again, haploid. Spores will be liberated, germinated into haploid free-living gametophyte. Again, NCERT page number 30, it is mentioned. This is a typical funaria. Funaria only mosses, but that we can find sporophyte and gametophyte, Footsita capsule, all this. I think this page is clear to all of you. Now we'll be proceeding to next group. Liverworts, it is over. Now comes originally mosses. So in the life cycle of mosses, more advanced than liverworts, the predominant stage is gametophyte. Bryophyte generally gametophyte, which has got two stages. That is important aspect. First is called protonema. Protonema means proto, initial, nema, thread. You may be remembering cell cycle, leptonema, zygonema, leptotin, zygotin, same manner. Here protonema. Second is leafy stage. And protonema directly develops from spores. So spore develop into protonema. Now features of protonema, like gemme, it is creeping, it is green, it is branched, frequently filamentous structure. Here we can find. Now leafy stage. This is the second stage seen here, where we can find it develops from secondary protonema as a lateral bud. It is having branched and multicellular rhizoid. This stage have a upright, slender axis having leaves which are spirally arranged. This stage is having sex organs. Sex organs are usually antheridia, male, archegonia, female. Sex organs will be produced at apex of leafy shoot. Question. Apex of leafy shoot. Usually same plant contains both male and female sex organ, but on different branches. So same plant contains both the male and female sex organs, but on different branches. That event is called autoecious and monoecious. Same plant, different branches, monoecious and autoecious. Now, sex organs are antheridium. Sex organ antheridium produces biflagellate male gamete, and archegonium produces fertile egg. With the help of water, fusion of gametes produce zygote. 2 and zygote further develops into sporophyte having Footsita capsule. This diagram is important labeling question. Upper part, which is called as capsule, contains spore sac. 2 will be there, in which spores are formed from spore mother cell after meiosis. Remember, mosses advanced have an elaborate mechanism of spore dispersion because mosses are most advanced among bryophytes due to more complex nature. This is a typical sporophyte depending on gametophyte. Sporophyte depends on gametophyte in bryophyte. Now, vegetative reproduction. Mosses perform vegetative reproduction mainly by fragmentation, formation of secondary protonema, budding, etc. Typical example, Funaria that I shown in NCERT diagram, Polytrichum, Sphagnum also I shown in NCERT, figure 3.2. I think this page is clear to all of you, so we can proceed to next aspect. Economic and general aspects of bryophytes. Bryophytes help in soil formation and prevention of soil erosion. Soil formation through an ecological phenomenon called succession on rocks that we'll be studying in second year. Soil erosion is prevented through forming a dense matter over the substrate. Certain bryophytes can retain water, example is sphagnum. It is also concerned with the peat formation due to acidity of the soil and compressed fossilized mass of plant. So bacteria or microbes cannot act on it. Polytrichum commune given for kidney disorders like removal of stones, etc. Ecologically, economically important bryophyte is sphagnum. Hairy cap moss is Polytrichum. Cord moss is Funaria. Here we can find few other aspects. Markansh is dioecious. Rixia is monoecious. Funaria is monoecious. Protrandrus and autoecious. Sphagnum is monoecious or dioecious. Peat or bog moss refers to sphagnum. This is the life cycle. In life cycle, as usual, we have to remember which is the starting stage of gametophyte, ending stage of gametophyte, starting stage of sporophyte, ending stage of sporophyte, where the meiosis takes place. See, life cycle starts with, suppose, spores. Then gametophyte is haploid. Generation starts with the spores, ends with the gamete. Then fuses, zygote, sporophyte, ends with the spore mother cell, sporophyte. All these are diploid, all these are haploid. Meiosis takes place in spore mother cell in both the bryophyte and pteridophyte. I think idea clear. Now we have to proceed to next plant group. It is called pteridophyte. That is what we have to proceed. So when we start with the pteridophyte, name pteridophyte came from Greek word pteron, means feather. Phyton means plants. Pteris is the Latin name for fern. Again, there is an origin from it. A person who studies about pteridophytes is called pteridologist. Name of some pteridologists, Bauer, Haeckel, etc. In India, Professor S.S. Beer and B.K. Nair. 4 pteridophytes shown here. Salaginella, Equisetum, horsetail, fern, salvinia. All we have to learn NCERT diagram. Now, they are primitive vascular plants. Xylem phloem begins. Again, a type of scheophytes. First, terrestrial plants. Heterospore is started. Sporophytic dominance. Presence of true stem, root, and leaf. Vasculature first appeared. First vascular plants. Some pteridophyte also grows in sandy soil condition. True stem, root, and leaves are present. So they are often called, here you can find cormophytes. Now leaves. Leaves generally 2 types. One is Selaginella type and one is fern type. Selaginella you can find it is small. It is otherwise called microphyll. Ferns it is large. It is called macrophyll. In between I wrote a statement there. Pteridophytes often called botanical snakes. Many reasons are suggested. Common one, they are first land plants like snakes. So came into land completely almost. That is how the name came. Botanical snakes, amphibians, reptiles. That way also we can compare. Now, next is, I think this page is clear. Next page we can proceed. Sporangia bearing leaves. They are called sporophylls. Inside the sporangia, sporogenous tissue will be there. It contains spore mother cells which undergo meiosis. Haploid spores will be formed. This is how it proceeds. Now, cone or strobile with the photograph I given there. In plants like Selaginella diagram there. Then Equisetum, that is Equisetum with the strobilus. Sporophylls will be compactly arranged to form cone or strobile. Now comes homosporous and heterosporous pteridophyte. Homosporous pteridophyte is only able to produce single type of spore. Example is Lycopodium. While in heterosporous able to produce 2 types of spores, they are called macrospores and microspores. Example Salvinia and Selaginella. Heterospore in pteridophyte, it is comparatively less. Very limited number of plants shows it, like Marsilia, Azolla, etc. shows it. Salvinia, Selaginella, etc. These are familiar plants for us. Roughly 8 or 9 genus will be there. This 4 will be familiar to us. Then spores. This is the order. Spores will be inside the sporangia. Many sporangia together called sorus. Many sorus will be seen in a sporophyll. Many sporophylls will be arranged on a central axis called cone or strobile. Meiosis takes place in spore mother cell. It is called sporic meiosis, like previous case. Now, when we come to gametophytes, they require cool, damp, and shady places. Water is needed for fertilization. This all makes why the spread of living pteridophyte is limited and restricted to narrow geographical areas. Now comes classification. 4 groups: Xylopsida, Lycopsida, Spinopsida, and Pteropsida. These are the 4 groups. Xylopsida, Xylotum, Lycopsida, Lycopodium Selaginella, Equisetum, Spinopsida, horsetail, and Pteropsida, that is Pteris and Adiantum, walking fern. Now prothallus. It's an important one, like Protonema. Spore develops into a structure called prothallus. Features include, it is heart-shaped normally, inconspicuous, multicellular, small, free-living, and contain chlorophyll. It is a gametophyte, but having presence of chlorophyll. It can be monoecious or dioecious in nature. This is monoecious, this one, where we can find Archegonia near to the notch, Antheridia below Archegonia. And at the bottom, you can find rhizoids. So from spore, gametophyte develops, that is prothallus. I think idea clear to all of you up to this. In homosporous species, it is monoecious, only one type of spore. So both sex organs in same individual. While in heterosporous species, it is dioecious, sex organs in different individuals. Now, sperms will be generally multiflagellate. So what is needed for movement? Reaches into the mouth of the archegonium, fuses, zygote, embryo, sporophyte, and dominant phase in pteridophyte is diploid, it is sporophyte, while in bryophyte it is haploid gametophyte. Now, another important event in exam point of view as well as in evolutionary aspect, heterospory and seed habit. Heterospory, its evolutionary significance, how it leads to seed habit. In heterosporous condition, we can find microspores and megaspores gives rise to male gametophyte and female gametophyte separately. Dioecious condition. Female gametophyte will be retained on the parent sporophyte for variable periods. The development of zygote into young embryo takes place within the female gametophyte. This event is supposed to be like a precursor of seed habit in evolution, just like a seed in higher plants. An important step towards seed. But remember, no seed in pteridophyte. Seed starts from only gymnosperm, but a tendency to develop seed because next plant group has got seed. So a precursor should be there. That may be heterospore. But many scientists not fully accepted this view due to retention not established, no much protection for the structures. Now, economic and general aspect. Pteridophyte ornamental values there. Very costly pteridophytes are due to their leaf arrangement. Raptor is an anti-helminthic drug. They will protect the soil. Certain types of food will be developed from marsilia like pteridophyte. Scouring Rastrus equisitum, horsetail, due to silica deposition, very hard, so used for cleaning pots. Maiden hair fern is adiantum. Ade's tongue fern is ophioglossum, chromosome number is very high. Selaginella is called little club moss. Primitive but show heterospory. Salvinia, a weedy pteridophyte. Azolla, a biofertilizer, very small, able to fix nitrogen due to cyanobacteria. Club mosses is Lycopodium. Selaginella lepidophylla is called resurrection plant. I think up to that it is clear. Now a small life cycle. Life cycle is almost like a bryophyte. As usual, spores will be starting stage of gametophytic generation. Then gametes will be last stage. Then zygote will be first stage of sporophytic generation. Spore mother cell will be last stage of sporophytic generation. Meiosis takes place in spore mother cell. Now that 5 theory question, 5 NEET model question with a key. So we'll be just revising what all things we learned in this episode. See, in this episode, we introduced the topic, then discussed about bryophyte. Similarly, features, vegetative characters, vegetative reproduction, sexual reproduction, sex organs, then economic aspect, life cycle. Then we enter into pteridophyte, again habitat, habit, then vegetative explanation, then vegetative reproduction, sexual reproduction, sex organs, how it transferred, then how the fusion, sporophyte, gametophyte, alternation of generation, as well as heterospore and seed habit. Then as usual, 5 theory question, 5 NEET model question with a key. If you like this episode, subscribe all, like it, share it, comment on it. We can meet later with another episode, another topic. Thank you. Take care. Bye.